I think it's coming. Good grief. See? Got it. I like to save these if I can, because if you got a metal box or a light fixture and you've got an area for a ground screw and you don't have a ground screw there, sometimes you need one. And that's the perfect size for sometimes for a metal box. And sometimes they come with ground screws in there, but sometimes they just have a hole in the back side of a metal junction box. And you have to look real carefully, and one of those holes will have threads in it, and the ground screw may fit. And now there's two different sizes of ground screws too. Did you know that? Yeah, there is. So that one might not fit, but it might. So I'm gonna hang on to that too. Okay, let's get these unscrewed here. And I found another interesting thing. These wires, I think, well, I'm not sure on those. I think that's 14 gauge wire. And it's on a 20 amp circuit and really shouldn't be that way. Okay. So see, I'm just going to hold that back up there, right where it went from before. Look at that. Everything just lines up. Hocus pocus. Now if I was left-handed, I would have flipped it around and done it the other way. Okay. Just like so. Get those out of the way. And I'm still kind of careful with these. Thinking there's power on them or something silly weenie. See, sometimes, in fact, yeah. See these, I could have left the screw in. I think. Maybe not. Cause see they didn't tighten those. They didn't tighten that up. When you do that loop, after you get it on, you're supposed to pinch it together. And I've got just some wire strippers here, and I've got to hold that straight and try to pinch the end around. Okay, that's how it's really supposed to be done. Those are supposed to be pinched, and then you can still take the screw out, you know, and do it. But they didn't pinch them, did they? No, they sure didn't. I don't know why. It's probably an apprentice. But see, if you get them close, it's close. It doesn't really need to be pinched much. He didn't leave very much of an end to pinch. But you get it on there. Main thing is that the screw fits over the top of that. Okay, and you got that stuff tight. Okay, now what am I going to do? I'm just going to swivel it. It's like that to where this is over here. And see, these are kind of kinked, and I can't really hook that around very easily. It's just easier to take these screws off. That's all we're going to do. Main thing with electrical is making sure the power is off. And if you have a broken electrical outlet, hey, you can replace it just like how I'm showing you. What could be more easy? Okay, that one looks like it went on the bottom. I'm just rebending things a little bit here. Okay, there we go. Oh, I think Make sure the screw's going in straight, huh? Come on. See, I gotta keep pressure on that as I'm tightening this up. Okay. Okay. This one was kinked over, and you know, you could loosen that with a screwdriver, and then you can tweak it back with this if you want, or you can just put your screw in. Hold your mouth just right, and see if you can't get that screw started on the side there. Now, if you would have called an electrician, oh man, if he would have came out just to do this and replace the electrical outlet for you, it's probably $85 to $100 to put in this little electrical outlet. Cost me 68 cents. Okay, the screws are right there in my way, and I want to kind of move them off to the side and make sure that I can push this in so that the wires are pushed back, and they are. I mean, it'll go. If there was too much tension on there, you can't just think, oh, I'll just ram the screws in and then the screws will pull it in. That's not the case, because if these aren't situated properly and hitting a wire nut, or it's packed too full or something, you could put that screw in, it could strip out of the plastic junction box, or it could bend this tab way in and bulge this out. I've seen it. I've seen somebody do that. And so I just slide this over and make sure I can push it in with my hand, you know. Now I can come back and know that when I screw this into the plastic box, it's going to suck in there nice and snug as a bug in a rug. That's all there is to it. You know, this one took me a little bit longer than some that I do. Now look and make sure this doesn't have to be tweaked this way or this way. That's my pet peeve. When I put the cover plate on, I make sure that everything's straight, and this one does look nice and straight. Okay, it was pretty straight to begin with, and I just like split the difference on the bracket. Then I look at that, eyeball it, make sure I'm going up nice and straight. I'm looking at that, because if the box isn't perfectly straight, you can make it straight by just sliding things over. Okay, and I'm looking at that. That looks pretty good. Okay, just snug it, not too tight, and that's why I used my hand screwdriver and not my battery operated drill. I'm finessing it. Look at that. Look at that. And then see, you can move this just a hair one way or another, but you shouldn't really have to. Don't over tighten that. You don't have to have the screws across exactly or straight up and down. I've seen some electricians, they try to do that, and then, oh, it's just a hair not right, and so they try to tighten it up and it cracks. You know, for a light switch, or 2 or 3 light switches in a row, they want to have all the screws lined up. Or you loosen it up, and now the light switch cover plate shatters or whatever. Okay? Yeah, there you go. That's how you fix an electrical outlet and replace one that was damaged, that was bad. I mean, all kinds of things will happen to these. Lots of times I've seen where the ground screw goes in there, the little plastic area right here is broken off, or it's pushed in. It's the top one's pushed way in and it's loose or something. Well, you can fix pretty much anything, or You know, turn the power off, take it apart, see what you need. Hey, if you got to replace it, no biggie, right? Okay. And so these screws here, I'm probably going to throw these away. These little ones. I don't really need those for anything. I am going to keep those two deals there and use them for washers. I can use that for a ground screw. And then I can use that if I'm missing one on an old electrical outlet or a light switch, or what, anything else, okay? So those are the things I'm saving. This stuff here I'm throwing away. Goodbye.